welcome to our daily reading for Tuesday, February 21st, 2017. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the musical playlist below. See if there's more depth to this reading for you in any of those songs, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this reading. I love you so much. I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome to our daily reading for Tuesday, February 21st, 2017. I'm sorry I ghosted on y'all yesterday. I had an unexpected day hanging out with my family, and my sister was here pretty late. I do want to let you know I tried pretty hard, probably too hard, to do a reading for us yesterday. I mean, early morning until late night, and it just wasn't working. I couldn't speak. I was hitting walls. I was having one of those days where I felt a big push-pull energy between my Virgo sun wanting to get it done and my Pisces rising wanting to relax. So, by the way, shout out to my beautiful Pisces out there. Happy birthday, guys. We are moving into Pisces season. So, let's begin the reading. Let's see what's coming through for our day. We can't go back to yesterday, but we can learn and grow and change and move above and beyond. So let's start with the Angel Tarot and get clarity for our day, Tuesday, February 21st-ish, 2017. I appreciate you guys understanding that I'm just a real girl here, and sometimes we have weird days. So let's see what's coming through for today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming through and wisdom to ride these energies best. Let's start with one card and get clarity for our day. Wisdom for us all. Oh my, well, we have the Queen of Air. So the Queen of Air could be you. This could be somebody you know. This could be the energy, the advice, the prominent energy coming through. She's very confident. She's very sassy. She's very, 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 very smart. She's a smart cookie. So this could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra-like energy. It's thinking with a balanced heart and mind. It's knowing when you need to disconnect from a situation and release control and not fight something that can't be, like, it's not in your control, like circumstance and other people's opinions and whatever it is that's not under or meant to be in your control. It's cutting those reins out. It's taking that sword and drawing a line in the sand, you know, making boundaries and borders where you need to, so you can separate yourself and handle what you need to handle. This could be a male or female energy, but it's more of a feminine energy, even if it's a male. It's I feel like she can foresee the future. She can see the bigger picture in a situation. She's also had a lot of experience. Therefore, she can see that picture faster than perhaps others, or if she was just the princess or in the night. or the page. You know, she's had experience. She knows how it is, and she knows what she doesn't want to go through again, and how to avoid that situation so she doesn't have to go through it again. She's also really good at teaching others. So sometimes she's a harsh teacher, like tough love, like she'll let you fall, she'll leave you alone a little bit because it's better for you to be on your own. Sometimes to do it on your own. Sometimes it's better to not have somebody always being in there in your face, correcting it, making you do it a different way. Sometimes it's allowing you to figure it out for yourself. And she understands that having that freedom, even if she's like, I'm getting demonstrating something in the beginning. So even if she needs to show you at first, she's perfectly okay with disconnecting herself and letting you do it yourself. Whether you, I'm like, rise in glory or mess up a little bit. I feel like she won't let you mess up too much before she'll get in there and help you up again. But, she's a really good teacher. She knows how to adapt with whatever student, teacher situation she has going on, with whatever children are around her. She's really good with kids. Sometimes she's like independent, and she's the mom that also goes to work and pretty much can handle everything. She's good at handling everything. So she can't get sucked too much up in the emotions or the gossip and the drama of everything else going on around her, because she has her own shit to do. So she knows where to, I'm getting cut away the gossip or just disconnect from that altogether. I feel like she's really centered. She's really in tune with her own surroundings and how to make her own surroundings, I just heard profitable, but that makes me think of abundance and security, getting grounded, which makes me think a little bit of an earthy energy. So maybe there's a getting grounded energy going on with this queen. Objective decision making. She does know how to make a decision. She knows when to say yes, when to say no, when it's right to say, like, just say no. So she's not wasting everybody's time in that situation. She also is pretty clear when she wants something. She's pretty direct. She's pretty much to the point. Sometimes it's a lot at once. She lays it all out on the table. You see her cards. So sometimes that's hard to handle if you weren't expecting it all to unfold at once. But in the end, it saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of drama. It saves a lot of hassle on everybody's part. So I feel like she knows how to save time. She knows how to rearrange a schedule. She knows how to help somebody else rearrange a schedule and get their shit together, basically. She can help somebody else, like, see their own dreams and start to make those dreams into plans, and those plans into reality. How to circulate that energy from the mind into the heart, and to make it a passion, to make it something you want to do. Sometimes she's seen as like, I don't know. I think of two quite opposite things when I think of the Queen of Swords. I think of her on one side as perhaps I can't even think of the word, somebody who's not married, but still really good and independent on their own. So even if they're in a relationship, their relationship is quite interdependent, not dependable upon she's pretty good. She's independent, and usually who she's with is independent as well. There's usually, even if there's a relationship in her world, she has her own life, and who she's with has their own world and their own life, and there's a support system going on and a mutual understanding going on. But if there's a mingling between worlds, it's a choice, and it doesn't have to be a mingling in order to make it work. I feel like it's whatever she or he makes as their own rules. They make their own rules here. So I feel like she has her own unique relationships, you know, way of doing things. Sometimes she can be seen as cold or disconnected because she just needs to have some time to connect somewhere else so she can reconnect with full battery later. I see the scales in Libra, and I see the feather and the heart. So the feather also makes me think of words, speaking, which I'm stumbling with now, writing. So perhaps if you can't speak, you need to write it down, whether it's just for you or maybe a letter, and that's a way to get something out, a way to communicate to somebody else. I'm actually seeing a poem. So I'm seeing like creative energy with this queen. There's also people under her. There's a pretty badass dude under her. So there's a big masculine energy coming through her, supporting her, around her, exuding out of her even. And there's also I want to say a younger feminine energy, maybe an innocent energy, knowing when to let the barriers break down, let the, I see like a wall around the heart, let something break open and be exposed, and find the strength in that vulnerability with that feminine energy. You know, she's really feminine, sensitive, and beautiful. When I see this card, look at this. I actually see Catherine Zeta-Jones here. And I want you to see this guy and that little girl. And I want to say it looks like there's a tiger behind her. So maybe a Leo energy, or facing fears, or learning how to just face circumstances at face value and see them for as they are. I'm getting truth isn't like good, bad, yes, no, it is what it is. So do what you can about what you're in, the situation you're in, what you can do. I also see the unicorn energy. So I think of something unique and magical. It makes me think of like teleporting out of a situation into a situation, clarity of mind, even telepathy, like reading somebody's thoughts, understanding where someone's coming from without words, beyond words, in between the lines. For some reason, I just thought of randomly Drift Away, because my sister and I were playing that by the piano yesterday. So that was sort of out of nowhere. I'm going to put that below. All right, so the Queen of Air is independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. She's pretty funny. Sometimes she's sarcastic, so I'm getting like unique humor. And I'm getting that she connects to those who have the right kind of humor around her, and perhaps she breaks the ice with her own sense of humor in places that's not normally, I get like not normally received that way, if that makes sense. So objective decision making, clear. I just saw also, I want to say fashionably late for some, like her own timing, her own independent sense of timing and when something should happen. And I feel like that's a surrender energy, not a over control kind of energy. Clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in a situation. You know, making light on a situation, understanding how much growth you got out of a situation, what you can do now because you went through a situation, how you'll never have to go through that situation again because you've been there and you've done that. And you're not going to do it that way the next time. You're going to do it different. So let's get clarity on this queen. Let's move along from the Queen of Air. It makes me think of divine timing and how I've like randomly accidentally clicked suggested readings along the side that I found out halfway through the reading are the wrong year, and they still resonated with my now or what I was going through. So go by your own timing more than the schedule so much, and still add that schedule and that structure in your world where it needs to, so there's a connection between, I'm getting like as above so below, you know, what's going on inside you and outside. I'm also getting actually clearing out your space so you're organized, so you have room to move. I feel like when sometimes everything is jumbled around you, sometimes you feel jumbled inside. So maybe clear some space so something new can come through. See what's not working for you, like clearing closets, getting rid of old clothes, giving away things you have to donation. I'm getting that clearing out your cabinets and your refrigerator thing again, but now I see a garage. So I see somebody going in a garage and actually taking like old paint that was just like, I don't know, house paint, and making brilliant art for something. Or like even spray paint and doing something that not on a wall, maybe on a wall, but I see inside, like inside space art. I also see, I want to say like spray paint on canvas. I have a few canvases here that I did like spray paint at the end, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing like words, like fancy words, perhaps inspiring quotes or titles or something like that. That makes me think of, wow. So I know what to use next for the reading. We're going to go to the Art of Life Tarot and get clarity on the Queen of Air. This has quotes and art in it. So let's see what comes through. I see like, I want to say like decals or something like that. Maybe quotes that are personal to you, something touching for you. I've seen like funny little things around the license plates of cars that have a scripture or a quote or something, and I saw it at a perfect moment that it really resonated with me. Like I was praying and there the car was. There was my bumper sticker. There was my, even like a sign. Maybe there's signage you can do, like something that you can display, like something beautiful, and I'm getting like inspirational and motivational is what I'm getting. So that being said, let's get clarity on this motivational, witty, experience, sexy. Oh, that's, by the way, the other side of the independent woman. I think that just made me think of a Ariana Grande song. I'll put that below. I don't know if it's independent, but I'm thinking dangerous woman. So that's the one I'm going to put below. The other side that I think is the side of this Queen of Air that is actually in the Manera Tarot, which is completely a different meaning than most of the other tarot Queen of Air Swords energies. She's the fiance. She's that sexy temptation, like, yeah, you want to be with her because she's already got it going on, girl. So she's not like alone because it's by default. She's there because it's choice, because she likes her independence, and she's gonna choose who she wants when she starts that meaningful relationship. I'm getting like it's spiritual. It's deeper than the surface level. There's a, you know, there's many levels, outer and inner, going on with her. So she wants her relationships to be just as deep. So I'm getting not plastic, like, I just thought of Rhinestone Eyes by Gorillaz. All right. All right, let's get another card. Let's get clarity on the Queen of Air. The Queen of Swords. So swords energy is air energy is, I think of air, even wind, as activation energy, information energy, communication kind of energy. So let's get clarity on this Queen of Air and energy coming through for today, Tuesday. And we have the Ten of Wands. So when the Ten of Wands comes through, this is feeling like you have the weight of the world on your back, on your shoulders, in your lap, everything you do. It's when there's a lot of work to do. The good news with the Ten of Wands is it's over. It's completion. It's a tweener time. It's a transition time. And this time around, you need to learn to speak up and ask for help when you need it. What do you need to change? The next go around, you know, the next chapter that you open up so it doesn't feel like there's so much weight. Look at this. It's a mess too. Sometimes a mess is good. Sometimes when the drawer falls over, when you spill out your purse, you see everything that's there and you can get yourself organized. So it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit of a mess in the process, but at the end it's worth it. So this is just getting over that hump, getting up the hill. You know, sometimes I see this card as like pushing the wheelbarrow up the big hill and it's full of rocks and it starts to rain, and how are you going to make it? You will. You have the energy, you have the strength to do it. You just need to do it. You need to put that last little oomph in there and take what you can from that last experience and perhaps get a set of wheels on your wheelbarrow that are bigger for that terrain, or a motor on your wheelbarrow so it's not so heavy and you can sit on it and just relax the next ride uphill. What can you do differently next time around so all of that weight, all of that heaviness isn't weighing you down? Is it attachments that you have? It could be even relationships in your world that are just kind of draining you. You know, you feel like you're always like brought down when you're there. So it's knowing when to, maybe you can't completely like release all of the strings, but you can maybe, I'm getting change your schedule around so you can focus more of your attention, more of your energy to where it circulates back better, like that figure 8 getting bigger, where it's replenishing your spirit, because Wands is spirit. So what was draining you before? Where in your world were you being depleted and not getting to recharge your old batteries to get to do something that gets you excited, that gets you started with that one that's coming through, where you wake up because you want to get something going, you want to do something new, you see something differently now because of your experience. So this card is experience. It's a load, but it's also getting to lighten up that load if you choose. Sometimes it's asking for help from others. Sometimes it's when that help comes in saying, yes, I need a little help there. You know, can you watch my kids this weekend so I can go away with my honey? Or can you sit down at the dinner table with me and turn off the phone so we can actually have a conversation and get clear with each other here? For some reason, I just saw like a little egg and something hatching out that made me think of a cocoon. So when I think of the cocoon, I think of like being in that metamorphosis, weird, where you don't know what's going on, energy, where everything seems like a mess and you don't understand it. But once it's cleared away, once you break out, you expand your wings, you stretch out and realize you can fly, you can do something different. But learning to fly can be a little awkward. It can be a little uncomfortable in the beginning. So it's having patience with yourself if you begin something a different way, or have a different twist on what you're already doing, or completely just let something go so you can do something new. This could be like, I don't know, still feeling like you're doing a lot, but changing where your energy is so it's a better energy replacement. Like having a job and perhaps starting a side business and, you know, taking a little bit off of your schedule so that you can give a little bit on the schedule where your love is, where your desire is, or going back to school even, or going back to a class, or taking time off to spend more time with your family. And I'm getting like teaching kids how to do chores. It could be help around the house. It could be family. It could be friends. Heck, my sister goes to her friends' houses and cleans up their house so fast, like a little tornado coming through. She's much better at cleaning up somebody else's house than her own. Sometimes it's easy to get stuck and distracted with her own things. So maybe it's just somebody else coming on through. I just saw like a cleaning lady. Maybe that's even a side business. I mean, some people just aren't good with organizing. Sometimes it's just teaching. It's not so much somebody coming over and doing it for you all the time. It's actually having instruction, a teacher-student thing. So you can take that good start and then keep it, you know, keep it going for a while on your own. See what you need to do. I'm getting just clearing out space. How when you have less shit, it's easier to see what you have and keep it organized. So I guess it starts with clearing out your own space, but if help comes through, that's pretty cool. Maybe accept it. I see like a knock on the door, maybe an opening of a door somewhere. Maybe you can lend a helping hand to somebody else that feels like this too. Not all of you are feeling this much weight with the 10 of Wands, but some of you recognize somebody else that is. And you perhaps have some good advice or a little extra time, something valuable that you can give that can be helpful perhaps to somebody else. You know, you might get back something, you might not, and it might come back just by the universe a different way. So I feel like if it just feels right to do it, just do it and don't worry about it so much. And especially if it feels like it's I'm getting just helping this person out, clear, like this person looks like they're thinking a lot. Like they're a little too involved in what's going on here, but perhaps they're figuring something out. So I feel like as soon as that comes through, as soon as that chapter is ended, you come to the finale, the conclusion, make sure you wrap it up, clean everything up so you know where to find it later, and you can start fresh with a new book, a new story, a new something that gets you going after this 10. This is also, well, I like this. This is Patience and Fortitude Conquer All Things. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And, oh, that's cool. It's The Alchemist. Detail by Matthäus von Helmont, 17th century. Chemical Heritage Foundation Museum, Philadelphia, PA, USA. So remember with the 10, it's a tweener. It's a transition. Transitions can be easy. They can flow nice. They can be weird. We can get lost in a transition, but eventually we need to change. Something needs to change for something new and fresh to come in. I feel like this is a lot of growth. Maybe it's just learning patience, you know? All right, let's get clarity on the 10 of Wands, the Queen of Air. We're going to have one more card from the Oracle of Visions by Sierra Machete. Let's get clarity for the day. Energy coming through for us and wisdom to sum up this reading. Commentary coming from Vincenzo across the way here. All right, let's get one more card. Clarity for our day. $35. So that's an 8. That's that 8. I see an 8, like an infinity, a figure 8. This is a really pretty card. I like the wind chimes the most. I have a few really beautiful wind chimes outside, by the way. You can find them tuned to different frequencies, like the planets. I see like the Fibonacci sequence, like the golden ratio right now. So you can get like different chords, different frequencies, different hertz, different chords. I'm getting wind chimes. Maybe wind chimes are important, or bells. I'm thinking of the difference in a tambourine, whether you get like silver bells or brass bells or aluminum bells, how they all sound different and their frequency is different. I'm not sure why I hear bells. There's also bubbles here. Wow, that just made me think of the Katy Perry song, Getting Stuck in Your Bubble. That just makes me think of a big department store and how it could be like really beautiful in the beginning, and then once you can't get out of the department store, it doesn't seem so beautiful anymore. You have to like burst out of that bubble and like go out on a hike in the woods or something. This looks very much like a Pisces kind of card. When I think of Pisces, by the way, I think of connecting heaven and earth. Pisces has 1 foot stretched in the horizons of heaven and 1 foot stretched in the horizon or in the earth below. And they're able to possibly, you know, fall into one a little too long or the other a little too long, but they're really good at making that horizon and that center point in between everything. You know, Pisces is having all of the experience from that journey, from everything that you went through, whether it's the last year, you know, throughout your life, throughout the zodiac, and you get to that Pisces sign, the 12th house, and it's the retreat. It's taking all those experiences, everything that you went through, and then absorbing it all back in so it all makes sense in here before your birth into Aries, that brand new energy. You know, that like little bird coming out of the shell. So you have to take in and retreat everything here. I like that there's a book. I feel like there's nothing here, and I think of the Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. And that makes me think of also Sarah Bareilles. I heard the song on the radio earlier when I was getting food for Vincenzo. Thank you for eating your corn. By the way, he's eating the corn I got him. You're a good bird. The song was Say What You Want to Say, and let the words fall out. Be brave. I think it's called Brave by Sarah Bareilles. I like that song. I forgot about it. I'm going to put it below because it just came through now. So you have your mask down. You're taking a moment to, I don't know, you're on your platform. So you're rising above this situation, but you're comfortable and you're confident and you're in the moment. And it's like serene and surrender. I feel like the wind is coming through. Wow. Look, I want to show you something. My grandma is like 92. And she just gave me this. And look at this here. It looks like this. That's just cool for me. Sometimes it's just a little sign that's special that comes through. So take a moment to find that moment for you. You know, that moment to maybe, I mean, this could be you just literally having chaos around you and meditating for 2 minutes, breathing deeply, falling into yourself and just gaining back your energy and then going back. Sometimes it's being at work and everything is chaotic and it's just going to the ladies' room, to the men's room for a moment and just taking a moment to yourself, you know, whether you're using the toilet or not, and just taking a moment for you to get back your energy, get back yourself, know what you need to say, and then going back out confident and ready to go again. I also see dreams here. I keep hearing confidence coming through. So I also like this really, really sassy, sexy, filigree, golden umbrella here. It looks like filigree to me, or even like iron rod, like a back, I want to say like a back, like I want to say a backsplash, but that's behind the counter of a kitchen. I guess like an iron rod bed, the headboard. There we go. All right, let's get clarity. Let's see what this is. It's 35. Well, solitude, loneliness, and isolation. So, only in quiet waters do... Well, let me put this here so you can sort of see it. Only in quiet waters do things mirror themselves undistorted. Only in quiet mind is adequate perception of the world. Hans Margolius. We all need some me time. The family, the job, the groceries, the world, they can all wait. During these few precious moments of escape, they do not exist. I am alone. My only companions are my own thoughts. A solitary figure sits beneath a golden domed shelter, a raised island of solitude that is separate and distant from others of its kind. Their forms are mirrored in the silent waters below. Here she embraces her solitude, which provides her with purity and clarity of thought. There are no distractions. Her book is empty. There is nothing to read or enter. Only passing thoughts are present, which are released to float gently in the breeze and drift away. Drift away! Ah, that's cool. Ah, that's awesome. While such moments can refresh and recharge our spirits, be wary that by degree or frequency getting stuck on one side of the horizon or the other, solitude does not become uncontrolled isolation. If the distance between us and others is extended too far, it may be difficult to return. So take the time you need and then trust yourself and know when you need to step out into that door. Get through the doorway, even if it's fashionably late. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you so much.